Yo, new vid, what's the deal? Skillet, we live. Make sure y'all leave a like, subscribe. I was watching this a little bit. I've watched 51 seconds of this guy right here in these motherfucking shorts and Can y'all hear the video? And everything? This guy in these motherfucking shorts and these fucking shoes right here. He's. And what's up with these pants right here, brother? What are we doing, my guy? What's going on, brother? Anyways.
The nuclear family.
Okay, we went through this. Okay. No red pill, no, you gotta do this, none of this. We're just looking at it from an outside perspective. We're just looking at it like a, because I've been watching Myron games. I ain't gonna lie, I've been watching stuff. This should be funny, and I just like, it's kind of just like seeing other people's inner beings and what, because like, bro, this world is going on an energy shift, and if you're not realizing that, then that's cool and all that. You on your own, like, I don't have to realize it, but I do realize it. You know what I'm saying? You can still be on the outside of this shit and not realize it, bro. But anyways, man.
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
How are you?
Hey, what's up?
You are. What does that mean? Bring back slut shaming. What does that mean?
It means we need to have social conventions in place to dissuade women from being promiscuous.
Man, you're misogynist.
Promiscuous.
You're a misogynist.
Well, there's a lot of things that are wrong with it.
Can you tell me a few?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, can you tell them a few?
Well, what it basically leads to is the destruction of the family unit, right? It leads women to not being happy. It leads women to down.
No, that's not right. No, it leads them to having the best time of their life and feeling very spiritually gifted. And it makes them, better. And it makes them feel like they're something. So why would they not be able to do that? See this guy right here? His John, yeah, he wants his John to have at least over 10 bodies. And he wants her to be very experienced and all that.
A road that isn't necessarily productive to their, long-term fulfillment in life.
No, it is.
A lot of girls, we can take like women that work in sex work, for example, right?
Okay.
Whoa. Sex work is different than promiscuous. Someone wanting to get fucked is not the same thing as someone who sells their body.
It kind of is because I mean, it's just getting to a lower level because if you guys stop buying these bitches shit, you know what I'm saying, then they wouldn't be able to prosper. What happened to spending our energy on different things, like actual creators who are using their creative energy? No, we're not doing that. We're giving all of our creative energy juices to the Johns that are showing their bodies for money. That's what we're doing right now as a whole, as men. That's what's going on right now. So yeah, either it's time or financially, bro. Like, it doesn't matter if it's not, oh man, I'm not gonna, but you're still looking though, bro. You're still, like, you know what I'm saying? And also, never mind, bro.
So I have to disagree with you on that point.
Actually, that's the definition. A woman that's a sex worker is literally the definition of being promiscuous. Her job,
Yeah.
A lot
her
of
job
women that
requires
do that
her
are
to be
doing it for
promiscuous.
money.
Her job
They're doing
is
it for
to be
money. They don't
promiscuous.
care,
So you think if it's for money, it changes it?
Yeah, I do. I think if a woman likes
So you don't think if a girl's getting slammed, like a nigga's really doing her shit and she's not enjoying it, even if it's work?
that
Fuck her.
sex,
This
that
guy's
she should
an
be
idiot.
allowed to do it. But if
This
a
guy's
woman
fucking
sells her
moron. I
body,
can't
that's a
even
totally
play no more.
different
You're a
topic.
fucking idiot.
Apples and oranges for me. It's a totally different
No,
thing.
they're pretty much the same because it has the same effect.
But that's
Like,
just our opinion.
yeah, I
No,
mean
it's not.
that's a distinction without a difference, right? Like whether they're
This bitch right here as a woman, she can get her shit slammed right now. She can get her shit slammed right now and enjoy it.
a paid sex worker
What are you
or
talking
doing
about?
it for free is still problematic on both ends. Right,
Okay.
and I don't think that that's conducive to a better and thriving
Yo, Myron, send
society
me those
to
right
have
there.
women be basically
Yo,
selling their
never
bodies.
mind.
And the
This-
problem here, right,
This
the
channel
real big
getting
problem
lit, so like y'all
is
niggas put the
we
ad
all
in
know
for me,
that
bro.
prostitution is the oldest profession in the
Right
world.
there.
But the problem now is we
People that
incentivize.
drive
on.
loud cars
All right,
like
now.
that are really
Yeah, it's the
insecure.
most
Hey, yo,
annoying
tell that black
people
nigga to
want
back
attention,
up off her though.
But I still
We
disagree with you on
incentivize
that
and
point.
monetize promiscuity in women, and now we have this OnlyFans culture where not only are young people want to be influencers, but young women think, oh, I don't need to go to school. I don't need to do this. I can go ahead and just sell feet pictures on the side or be a sugar baby.
On
But
God.
that's a small percentage
On God. He said that's a small percentage.
of women. Most women
Okay.
aren't selling themselves, and you're still creating a smokescreen. A woman who likes to have sex is not the
Because no John has ever been around the attempted amount of money. If you go around a bitch and say, oh yeah, I'm a content creator, I make like 400, 500. No, if a bitch is around, oh yeah, I just made 400,000. Oh, I done made 500,000. Then you've really seen it as a test. Nigga. Come on, Tom.
same as someone who's selling themselves, which is again a small percentage
I
of
would
the
argue.
population.
I would argue that if you take sugar dating selling feet pictures,
sugar dating,
monetizing on Instagram to a degree, and
Must
having
these
your profile
brother
up with a Cash App in it. Most attractive women, modern women, to some degree, has done some kind of sex work, whether it's overtly or covertly.
Yes.
Where do you get?
Yes, and hold on, listen. If you niggas think this shit is cat, bro, there's Johns that overseas that will do that and act like they are what? Fully Muslim. No, you're not. You're playing a role. You just around that culture. You a hoe. Stop playing. Let's get right back into the video.
That's that most attractive.
Well, you're never
women
going to find a study like that because
right.
Because he don't know this because he. This is what I'm saying though. The older age doesn't know this. They're not in the modern day reality, right? They're not in the modern day reality at all. They're not. So they don't understand this. So if you're young and you're in your 20s or even late 20s, if you explain some stories like that, they're not even gonna understand because some shit like that they can't even fathom. They had no phones. They had no nothing like that. All taking all this weird shit that people can do. They had none of that. So if you go tell them a story like this, you're not gonna believe that. And it's okay because they're full of love. That's full of love, frequency, vibrations during those times. Now the energy's all weird. Now everybody wants to be Satanist. Everybody wants to do this dark energy shit. Now everybody want to do all this. It's not the same no more. So
what you're saying is not true. What you're saying is not true.
Here's the thing: you're not going to get studies on everything, right? Sometimes
I know, but you brought up a study and it's not true. You
I didn't bring up a study at all.
Yeah, you did. You said most women that are attractive are on OnlyFans and stuff like that.
Yes,
okay. Where's the evidence to back that up?
They would. You just don't know it because you've never been around those type of females. Or like you like I'm trying to say it isn't like it's not a flex or anything, but if you're not getting bad Johns, like some of these Johns look bad be doing the OnlyFans Johns. They bad. And some niggas they won't give you the time to talk to you because they don't feel like you in that. If they ain't feeling nothing off you, they're not gonna give you the time, bro. You're not gonna be able to see. You're not gonna be able to experience shit like that. So you're not gonna be able to get a overseas joint. You're not gonna be able to do none of that. Like you're not doing none of that. So just work like that.
You're not.
And if you're an American dude, you never had overseas joint. You don't know what you're doing. Once you get an overseas joint, you're not gonna look at none of the American women the same. That's it.
You're not gonna get a study on something like that because that would be considered unethical.
Why would you bring it up then?
Because no, I'm telling you, right?
Yeah.
After me talking to well over 3,500 to almost 4,000 women, meeting women from all the different parts of the world.
I didn't hear him, sir. 3,500 to 1,000 women?
Just 36?
And what percentage of the American women in the population? 125, 150 million? So you don't even count 1/10.
Look at that. Look at that overseas. That's overseas zone. What's that right there? That's just turning around with that.
500.
What she is?
For almost 4,000 women, meeting women from all the
different parts. What's she like? Dominican?
I didn't hear.
What's going on?
I'm sorry, 3,500 to 1,000 women?
Just 36?
And what percent?
I don't know, bro. Hey, listen, bro. If you're an American man, if you genuinely want to have a wife and you know it's going to be confirmed, overseas John, simple. It's that simple. And you'll be still good, but you still got to build whatever you got going on, like, you know what I'm saying, you yourself up and then financially, of course, but like the way it's looking, bro, like, but the Western society is moving over to the Europe society as well because America's media is so hyped. The American dream, the American this and the American that. So all the media that they got going on and everything that they're just showcasing, it's reaching over.
Percentage of the American women in the population? 125, 150 million?
I was listening to what he's saying. That booty is so fat, but let's not get distracted.
No.
That you're calling
Can I finish my point before you, come in and, simp for the girls?
I'm sorry, what? I did not hear you. Wait, when I come in and what for the girls?
Yeah, simping for the girls. If I can go ahead and finish my point.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, because you've interrupted me several times.
Right.
Actually, you know what? Give your position and I'll respond to you. How about
and look at this white woman. Why she look so like, what's up with you? You got something with you? Like, what's going on?
What's that?
Go ahead and give your position and I'll respond to that.
So you
say
say
like, man, this nigga has never even asked me.
Yes.
And you think it's
how many buddies I got, man?
It's a component.
I was getting my shit towards
your
your head. Like,
what about
about
marriage
that?
is boring? Okay, it gets to be a drag after a while. What about people as they get older, they're less attractive, they get sick of their mate, and they want to do something exciting. Their mate gets fat, or they don't take care of their hygiene, or they just become a boring shithead. Then what? Should you stay with them and be miserable if they won't change? That's one thing. Another thing is, too, what difference does it make if a woman sleeps with 100, 200 men, but when you get to them, let's say she's out of that phase and she doesn't want to do that anymore, and she wants to get married, it's a different moment.
Okay. Perfect. We know how to get this nigga. Myron's gonna cook him up, but I'm gonna say this shit quick. I got a 2020 Hellcat. I'm dogging that bitch. I'm going crazy. I'm doing burnouts. We having fun. I'm grabbing the boys. I'm fucking bitches in the car. We're doing everything. We're smoking weed in the car. We're doing everything in this Hellcat. I get it to 125, 150,000 miles. I'm like, man, Hellcat, it's been nice. I want to give it away. Realistically speaking, who really wants the Hellcat? Do you want 150,000? That's more of a risk, right? Okay, she ran through 100 niggas. Which one? She has to like some of these niggas, right? Some of these niggas still gotta be hitting this, right? It's 100 niggas, 200 niggas. Or if not, the bitch gonna be crazy.
You're in a different moment. Why would that be wrong?
Simple.
If someone told you can't, not you, but a male, that you can't sleep around because society thinks it's wrong, would you say, oh yeah, sure, let me just quit because you think so? That's not right.
Okay,
and this is, I think, just to get like a rise out of people. I don't think. Do you really believe that?
Yeah.
You're really saying that?
Yeah.
That's kind of cruel, don't you think?
It's the reality. I mean,
no, it's your reality. It's not mine. Okay.
So
most
all right,
most men feel that way. You think it's okay to call women sluts if they want to sleep around, and you have the guts to answer, or you just?
No, he tested niggas' masculinity, bro. Wow, is it? The word slut is still in. Women, look, the energy is changing. These women are calling men whores. Whore is for a woman. Let's go look it up right now. Whore definition. A prostitute. Oh, they changing it up now. What does it mean though? Of a man uses the services of yeah, exactly. Work as a prostitute. Was willing to do anything. Now they're trying to switch it up to make it more a little, obviously this is what their Matrix is doing. Mentions. Use over time. 1800s. It stopped right here for some reason. It couldn't have because the marriage rate was so good right there. So, or maybe they didn't have to use it that much because maybe they weren't. Correct? A woman who has sex with a lot. Thank you. Okay? Simple. All right, we're done.
Just want to be quiet. That's what I thought.
No, okay. So it's actually interesting because
he said that's what I thought.
Being a slut.
Right? What you're doing right now, right? Is precisely what I'm critical of. You are reinforcing bad female behavior.
Why is that bad female behavior? They get up in the morning, right? And they want to have sex.
Let's
and
address some of the points that you made before.
Let's address some of the points you made before. Mr. Right comes along.
So first you made a claim, because you made a couple of different claims. I kind of want to go one by one here. So the first you said they're bored in the relationship. Who are we talking about?
50% of American women who get divorced. They're bored in their relationship.
Okay.
They're sick of the same guy every day, the same stupid stories, the same fuck. Okay. They're sick of them. They want to move on.
So do you think it's justified to end a relationship because you're bored or end a marriage?
No, I think what you do is give your mate an opportunity and you tell them, listen, I'm not happy with you. You're boring. You don't cut the hairs out of your nose. We just sit around doing the same stupid shit every day. Let's do something different. And the mate won't change. Then yeah, you have the right to leave them. Or if you're not turned on by them anymore, let's say you're just sick of them. Why shouldn't you be able to move on if you give them an opportunity to change and they won't change?
Okay, so you're putting the blame on the men for why the women leave and get bored.
No. I'm putting the blame on both. It's a two-way street. The divorce is 50%.
It actually isn't. Women initiate about 80% of the divorces.
It's actually 67%.
No, it's not. It's between 70
I'm a
and 80%.
paralegal. I work in that department.
Well, you're not a lawyer. Literally. No. It's literally between 70 to 80% of divorces are initiated by women. Bro, there's literally statistics on divorces.
I know,
all
and I've
across the
read them.
country.
I'm asking
and
you.
even if we do, even if we use your number of 67%,
mustache, bro,
it's still the
mustache.
majority that women that end the relationships.
No, hey,
Men
hey,
typically
I'm
don't
wolfing
end
for
relationships or marriages.
that shit
I
coming up.
agree with you. The
It's women
majority
that
of
do.
divorces are
So-
because
I don't even know if
of
I'm about to
women.
do
Sick
videos
of
and
it.
shit
And
like
then the
that. I
other
might
thing too,
not, though. You know what I'm
your
saying?
justification for ending it being boredom, I don't think that's enough. I don't think that's a worthy reason to back out on the
Yo, who's this guy right
agreement
here?
you guys made before God. So
People
We
back
need you
out
to
of
back up,
agreements all the
nigga.
time.
Yeah,
You were just talking about
Yeah,
nations
before we
and
really have to start
doing
grappling with you,
things.
bro.
Okay, people
well,
change their mind all the time.
Marriage is supposed to be a religious bond between two people becoming one. If you listen to most religions, like especially within Christianity, they don't accept divorce. So again,
But Jesus
I
said it
think-
was okay to divorce.
I think
Jesus said in the Bible it's
Hold on,
okay to
man, hold on.
divorce.
The thing I'm trying to tell you is, being bored is not a justification for women to break marriages and disrupt families, because we live in a society that reinforces bad female behavior, where we tell women you should be happy no matter what, fuck your obligations and your duty with marriage. And the thing is that women want to get married, but they don't want to be wives. That's the problem.
No,
and,
half do.
And we've
want to be
removed-
wise and half don't.
We've removed all the institutions that used to keep women in place and keep them modest. Because now, kind of like you're doing now, we encourage women to be hoes. And I
I'm
think
not
that's a
encouraging
problem.
anyone to do anything. What I'm saying is, if a woman wants to have sex with a lot of guys,
Yes,
she has that right to do it. And if a girl
you're
doesn't
enabling
want
it.
to, she values the
And we should
relationship
not-
more,
and
she should be able to do
And
it.
my point is, we should not be doing that.
Why not? Who's
should
getting
not be
hurt? What's the damage?
No, we should not be doing that.
Why are women getting divorced? Because their wives are promiscuous? No, they're getting
Feminism.
divorced because they're sick of each other.
Promiscuity within feminism is the reason why the nuclear family has been tarnished, and the degradation of the nuclear family destroys the society. So it's a domino effect.
people
Like for
are-
you look at it, because here's the problem. You're looking at it from a very revolution with the birth control pill, no fault divorce, etc.
But that did a lot of good. The 60s, the revolution did a lot of good. People
It
opened
did.
their mind. People got out of that 50s mentality. People were having a good, enjoying life. Then they went, it's like the pendulum swings both ways.
I disagree with that, because like I said before, women nowadays don't have much to show for it. Why is it that despite the fact that they've made more money, more rights than ever before, more privilege, why are they still depressed? Why are they still sad? Why are women taking
Who said they're
anti-anxiety
depressed?
medication? That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Despite the fact that they have the most liberty ever, depression rates have went up. Using self-medication to, drown out the pain has went up. So
More so
like-
for men. More men are depressed than women. More men commit
no,
suicide than women.
yes,
Or
but
they're insecure little bitch.
Yes,
wants
yes,
attention.
but-
Go ahead.
yes, but the point I'm trying to make here
Talking to them. Dang.
is that women get more prescription drugs to help with their sadness, right? And a
Oh,
lot of
that's
that
right.
comes-
Okay, you know
Yeah.
why that is? Because women have the guts, if they need help, to go get it. A man will rot in the street. He's too tough to go take some medicine. They will not get therapy. A woman will get therapy before a man and a medicine before men.
What
How
the
many
fuck?
guys try to tough shit out?
That's cool. That's cool. That's not my point that they're getting the therapy.
Tough shit
I'm
out.
analyzing why they get the therapy. And again, despite the fact that they have all the benefits
fuck is he
of
talking
equality, and they're still able to double dip and get the benefits of being a woman, they're still reporting lower levels of life satisfaction.
Did you
That's
say
the reality.
double dip to get
Lower
the advantages of being a woman?
Yes.
Did you know that 57%
Increase
of all
strength
doctors
every
now
day.
are women?
Stay
Women are
focused.
skyrocketing.
Stay
The
busy.
AI
That
and the
proves my
intelligence
point.
agencies.
Wait.
Who says they're not happy?
You gotta listen to me, man.
Increase strength
I-
every
when
day.
I say
Stay
double dip,
focused.
what I mean
Stay
by that is,
disciplined.
on one end, they could pursue a career and behave like a man. Fine. But on the other hand, they could say, you know
It
what?
will
I
come.
elect to leave the workforce and I want to be a
Just stay
stay-at-home mom.
focused on
They have
whatever
the
you're
choice to
doing.
do either or.
No, there's a
So they're
third
able-
option.
so-
Work and take care of the kids and still be happy.
Fantastic. So they have three options, which what I'm trying to explain here is despite having all these options, they're still using medication. They're still having higher levels of life dissatisfaction. So that's my point, is that despite the progression socially, they're still reporting high levels of dissatisfaction. That's
Right,
my point.
but you do know
And
that
then-
20% of women have
and-
been as children, right?
and I guess
so
we could
maybe
be at
there's
an
another
impasse here.
reason besides divorce or promiscuity.
You're thinking them being bored as a justification. That's fine. I disagree with that. And
I'm
then-
just saying, it
and
seems
then you mentioned-
narrow-minded and mean. Like, I
and
don't
then-
care what anyone does unless it's like really horrible. I'm not going to put a sign up here and call them a slut, you know?
Okay. And then you also mentioned something about the hoe phase for women, right?
I didn't say anything about hoe phase. I said if they're going through a phase where they
Yeah,
like
yeah,
to
you
sleep
said, why is
around.
it wrong?
You called it a hoe phase. I did not call it a hoe
Well,
phase.
you said if they go through
No,
a
I
phase.
said if they're going through a phase, they want to sleep around. What's wrong with that? If
That's-
they've changed
that's
one
called
day
a hoe phase.
and they want a relationship.
That's defined as a hoe phase.
Not to me. It means having a good time and enjoy life. You call it a hoe. I call it having a good time. Just like men.
Okay.
It's a two-way street. The man fucks the woman, right?
Yeah.
So men, why aren't the men? If you call a man a slut, that's okay.
That's fine. For intensive purposes, so people understand, you're okay with women having a hoe face. Fine.
No, I'm okay with women sleeping with who they want as long as no one's getting hurt, no one's getting a disease, they're not getting paid for it. It's okay for me. I don't
Progressives refuse to use the English language directly. That's fine.
What's that?
You don't like the term, that's fine. I'm going to call it a hoe face because that's what it is.
I have 2 daughters. I
has
don't
a
like
period
to
of
call
time.
them hoes. Yeah.
Look, man, if we're going to have a conversation, we don't have to be on some moral, virtue signaling stuff. You don't want to use
virtue
that term,
signal,
that's fine.
in my opinion. I just told you have 2 daughters. It's
That's
not
fine.
virtue signal.
I'll use the term then. You're making the argument that what's so wrong with a woman going through a hoe phase? The problem with that is when a woman has a lot of different sexual partners, what's up happening is they get this mindset of the grass is greener on the other side. And the more men that they've slept with and the more men they are with, what's up happening is they have a bigger body of work to compare the man that they're with against. That is not good. Because
wait, if they have a bigger body to compare against and they choose the guy, he must be better than all the guys they fuck. So he's on top of the hill.
Well, that would have. See, here's the thing. That's assuming women are logically sound. They're not. See,
no, women are more logical than men.
I started busting the workout.
Who shoots most of the people? Who stabs and reacts? It's fucking men,
That's what we're supposed to do, Tom.
Who caught Osama bin Laden?
That's what we're supposed to do, Tom. See, Tom's a fucking agent, man. Who reacts the most? Men. Yeah, that's what is it? We're supposed to have women react? Are they supposed to be one fighting and reacting, having testosterone? What the fuck are you talking about? This is shit right here. This is the energy and vibrations that goes out into the world because it's getting fucking soft. That's why. This nigga just pulled up the statistics of, who reacts the most men. That's what we're supposed to do, Tom. That's what goes to war. Men. That's who goes up and does electrical shit. That's who goes up and does plumber shit. That's who does the AC. The most creative shit. Who's the best artist? All men. There's some woman, but who's running all, who's doing all of it?
Woman, okay? Women are way smarter than men when it comes to logic. Don't be ridiculous. Men are better scientists, but women are smarter when it comes to logic.
What? He's gotta be. He's drunk. He just said women are better at logic too. This guy's drunk.
Okay, that's not true, but that's fine, regardless. Because you're coming at it from a perspective like, they should be logically sound. They've had 100 partners. If they find a nice guy, they should pick the nice guy because this nice guy's better than these 100 guys. But
wait, why can't they pick an asshole? They don't have to pick a nice guy. They can pick a dick.
Here's the thing. Yeah, you're assuming.
Yeah, you think that, right? He thinks that. Now he thinks. See, he thinks it's the olden days now, huh? That's what he thinks. We just got social media and all that shit, using all that social media and all that shit. Niggas getting their little dopamine off the little social media and shit. Stop playing, bro. Hey, real G's know. The 3D, bro. That's all.
Women are rationally sound.
All this technology shit, bro.
The problem is they're not. Let me explain what I mean by this. There's a reason why the phrase "nice guys finish last" is a thing. The reason why is because a girl will have a guy that does everything that he's supposed to do. Nice guy, works, treats her like a princess, pedestalizes her, whatever. What does she do? You said it earlier. She gets bored. Well, we know that women are far more likely to get bored in relationships than men. And they're more likely to end a relationship than a man. So the problem is...
in a marriage.
Relationships and marriages, regardless, right? So, and women are far more likely to get bored in the...
Oh, this is an experiment. So I've got a girlfriend at home and I'm out cheating with someone else. She's being a bitch. And do I stay on the date? Is that what you're asking me?
Yes.
No, because I wouldn't be cheating if she's my girlfriend. But if she's just a hookup, yes, I'd be with someone else.
So you would tolerate far less?
No, I wouldn't. If she was fucking being a bitch, I would leave the date.
All right, who's next in the line?
Okay, fine. Hey.
Who's next?
You're really sweet. Appreciate it.
What the...
Hey, he was having a good conversation though.
Who's next?
He was really just, I mean, what is
we have
this?
social media, the internet. dating apps. We have all these different things in play that afford women a multitude of options romantically.
Right.
So what this has done is it's made average women have extraordinary reach, okay, and connectivity with higher status men. Women are hypergamous. If they can get a higher status guy and they have access to a higher status guy, they will go for the higher status guy and forego the nice guy that makes 30, 50K per year who could be a good suitor. And this is what happens where women will have all these options and they will think that they can do better. That's how they are.
But let me ask you, if you're going to go get married, are you going to pick an ugly, disgusting human being, or are you going to pick someone who you're attracted to? What's wrong? Are you going to pick someone unattractive, or are you going to pick someone that turns you on?
From the female or male perspective?
I said, if you were going to get married, we're going to get married, would you pick someone who's unattractive and doesn't do it for you?
We're talking about women. My personal wants and needs in a partner is completely, that has nothing to do with the conversation ahead. I'm explaining to you how women mate select in modern day society and why that is problematic.
I know, I got you. What I'm saying is just because we have different ways of choosing people doesn't mean you choosing a woman because she's attractive is better than a woman choosing a man because he has money. And I'm saying that's probably the minimum. Maybe you see it around here, a lot of sugar babies, but in the real world, elsewhere, I think at least half of the women will marry someone because they care about him or they want to be with him, or they settle. I think it's something like that. And yes, you're right. There are women out there that marry men for their money. But that doesn't mean that because we have different ways of looking at things, the end game is the same. You marry someone who you're attracted to, you want to be happy to, whether it's the looks for men or money for women or whatever the choice is, or a mental connection,
And plus,
you're going to pick someone you want to be with. And now people are living to be 70, 80, 90. That's a big commitment.
I think you're kind of oversimplifying the problem and you're not seeing my position on it, because you're using the male lens of attraction when the male lens of attraction is significantly different than the female lens of attraction. So in other words,
I know.
I'm not doing that.
So 100%.
I'm focusing on the women where their standards are too high.
Are you talking about heterosexual marriages? Talking about heterosexual.
No, I'm talking about women in general. Their
right,
standards
so
are too
women
high.
in general.
Their standards are too high.
Standards are too high. Hers?
Okay.
Hers? How do you know their standards too high?
Average women, okay, no longer want average men. And that's created a rift where average women and are now chasing pinnacle level men. But the problem is that pinnacle level men don't want to commit to average women. And then the average guys are left out in the dust. This is how it goes. Since the beginning of time, a majority of women have been able to procreate while men have not. So this has been an issue through human species forever. What I'm saying now is we were able to go ahead and have this traditional conservative, nuclear family lifestyle for a while. But now with the deregulation of dating, okay, and where we are now, and the immersion of technology, feminism, birth control, all these other social constructs. Women now,
we beat that horse to death.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to...
Foundation of dating, okay, and where we are now, and the immersion of technology, feminism,
because this is what's going on.
All these other social.
We always want to talk about how we. Look at what's going
beat that
on
horse
for
to
2
death.
seconds.
I'm just trying to say there's nothing wrong with that.
No. It's incredibly important to understand.
I do
that
understand.
All these factors have created the current environment where we have now, where women are
he
more
knows.
concerned.
This OG probably be like, "Damn, you guys are always on your phone." He knows,
fun,
bro.
as you would say, over pursuing a child and a family. The reason this is bad is because women take their prime years in their 20s to basically be sluts.
He's spending a bag on that fat booty. You know what I'm saying?
And winds up having
This guy, he could have got saved, but
Why would you call a girl a
they
slut?
they take that time to be sluts, and that impacts their ability to find a long-term partner.
If you have a daughter one day and someone calls her a slut, she wants to sleep around, she doesn't follow daddy's advice, that's not going to bother you? If you have a daughter and she fucks 100, 200 guys, and someone on the street like you is calling her a slut, you're going to say, oh, that's cool. Yeah, she's a slut. We're good with that. You're good with that?
I would. I would be okay with it.
You'll be a horrible father, and your daughter will hate you forever.
No, because here's the problem. We're more willing to tell women comforting truths over uncomfortable lies.
There it is, Myron. He already about to steal the words out of my fucking mouth. There it is, Myron. You want to say that comfortable truth so you can keep that bitch around. I want to tell her the truth so she can get the fuck around. See what I'm saying? So, and y'all gotta play that now, because it's not the masculinity that's breaking. You know what it is? It's the femininity that's breaking. That's what it is. That's what it is. We got it. There it is. It's the femininity that's breaking. They're not believing in it. They want to be men. And the feminine and masculine energy is important. It got put here for a fucking reason, bro. Like, let's be real. Our ancestors are looking at us looking crazy right now. Like, it's just off a mindset thing for real. It doesn't. The physicals don't matter. It's just off a mindset thing. It's an energy thing. That's what it is, bro. Because they wouldn't think it's okay to do OnlyFans and do all. It wouldn't be happening like this. And then most men wouldn't be killing themselves over relationships. Or really getting in general relationships over shit like this. The energies was just balanced. But they're not. The energies aren't balanced. And that's all it is. It's not social media. It wouldn't matter if you had your energy and where it needs to be. You wouldn't even be worried about none of that. And masculine and feminine energy, both energies have what? Bad habits.
Eyes. Okay? Like
that's true. That's true.
And that's a problem.
But that's with not just women. It's everything. Whether it's politics, women, money, people getting
exactly,
by trucks, whatever it is.
Nobody
wants to see a lot of the truth because it bothers them. And if it doesn't fit the way they think, they move on or they hurt somebody or they freak out. You know.
Yeah, but the key distinction is that we lie to women and we overtly do it all the time and don't tell them what's going to happen.
Women don't lie to men.
Well, no, because
you're too
here's
one-sided, man. You're too
here's
angry.
No,
like what's that ugly bald-headed guy that runs women in Romania?
You're bald. You're damn near bald.
Here's the difference. Here's the difference. Mm-hmm. If I'm a loser as a man,
I didn't say you're a loser.
No. Okay. Not me. I'm saying in general.
Oh, what's a loser?
In general. Lower status, not in shape, not attractive, not charismatic, bad speaker, maybe I smell.
Who would want you? You're right. I got it.
Fantastic. I, will deal with real-world consequences for being a loser. In other words, I will not have the ability to mate with the opposite gender. Women, however, and this is very important.
Wait, hold. That's wrong. The base is wrong. All you do is stop eating, exercise, dress better, have good hygiene, socialize, get a different job, go learn AI, be a lawyer, doctor, and you'll be okay.
Yes.
What woman wants? If you, like you said before, average women get average men, but they want to step up.
Okay, let me finish my point.
Okay.
I am not disputing the fact that you can self-improve. I'm not disputing that. I'm telling you that if a man's the loser, he deals with consequences.
But how he deals with
he don't even watch Myron because he wouldn't even be talking
loser, or he becomes something worthwhile.
That's my point. He either chooses to step it up, right? He either steps it up and gets a partner, or he stays where he's at and stays an incel.
No, he can settle. He could go to Denny's or someplace and find someone just like him. You know. He could be a loser. That's what most people do.
He won't.
Most people settle.
He won't.
In that position. People that are losers, they give up and they settle. That's what most people in that position do.
Now let's use your own analogy then. You said he could go to Denny's and find a girl, right? He could go to Denny's and find a girl on the same level.
The Waffle House.
Okay. Here's the difference. That girl that's at the Waffle House isn't going to go for him because that girl at the Waffle House has access to men that are millionaires via Instagram.
Most men are going to Waffle House to look for women.
She's
ever
not
gone
doing
to their Denny's? No, you're wrong. I'm sorry. I disagree with you. You're completely wrong.
Okay.
Everyone wants to step up in the world.
Yeah.
You know? And if you fail, you fail.
You think so?
I'll say it simply. If you're a man and you're a loser, you deal with consequences. If you're a woman and you're a loser, you don't deal with consequences.
Why not? Why can't a woman lose weight, get in shape? I've seen a lot of ugly women with awesome bodies, and they have good-looking men.
No matter how ugly, fat, annoying a female is, she will still find a simp for her. Doesn't work the other way around.
It doesn't matter.
A simp for her.
A simp for her.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Every
Tom.
man's not a simp. And if you look in this city, there's a lot of guys that like chunky women, Doesn't make them a simp. There you go. So,
Tom.
Just because you want a chunky woman,
you're talking on the mic right now proves my point, which is the issue with everything.
If you're a desperate bitch and you suck up to a woman, you're a simp. But if you're a man and you're confident and you dress well and you do the best you can in life, you will probably excel much better.
Are you aware of the fact that an average-looking girl has more access to higher status men than a higher status man has to regular girls?
Look around in all these bars, the hottest women, the average women are not with really good-looking guys and rich guys. They're just not. The guys here that are all successful, they're walking around with 9s, 8s, 10s. Just go look over the bars. Look at the hottest women and look at the guys they're with.
What I'm telling you is that women, the thing you're missing here is that average women have more sexual access than men do.
Because there's a lot of desperate guys who'll just fuck anything. Correct?
Yeah.
I agree.
So And I think it's
And
very
good for
important.
them. Good for the women that are
That's
average,
fine.
that someone's fucking them,
that's
so they're
fine.
not frustrated
but
anymore.
I need you to understand that the fact that
Hey,
they
I like
have
that.
all this
I like that.
access and all these options directly dictates how they deal with the opposite gender. I'll give you an example. If you had 2 girlfriends who were hot, who were always around.
If I had 2 girlfriends at once.
Yes, if you had 2
I had
Two
that
women
for-
that I'm sleeping with, or 2 girls that I care about.
whatever you want them to
That
do.
would
Sleeping
not
with.
happen. I would want a steady relationship
That's
or a
fine.
peace, not
Okay.
both.
Back in the day, I had to
So
like that.
you had
for real.
this, right? You were getting all your
Let's go on for a
with
minute.
women or whatever.
There's the truth.
But you said, you know what? I want to go
I
on a
love
date
the
with a
both of
girl.
them.
Yeah, I want to switch it up. Would you tolerate bad behavior from that girl?
What or what?
Would you tolerate bad behavior from this girl you go on a first date with?
Prior to me coming along, or while I was
No,
with her?
you got your girl at home.
Yeah.
You get a hall pass for the day.
Yeah.
And you go out with this other girl. Would you tolerate bad behavior from that female?
You mean if
This
we're
nigga
just
said,
hooking up or
hey,
fooling?
Myron funny as hell. That nigga said you get a hall pass. Never mind.
We're in a relationship.
Well, you're on the first
Men
date.
run
She's being
shit.
a bitch.
We build shit. We do all this shit. We create all this shit. We do all this fucking shit. We provide all this fucking shit. We run shit. It's that fucking simple. Stop going against nature.
Well, would you tolerate
She's
that?
being rude to me on the
Yes,
first date.
yes.
I'm going to say, listen, what are you being rude for? I'm going to call her out. So why are you being rude?
Okay.
You know? But
And-
she wouldn't be rude to me because I'm so colorful and wonderful.
Yeah, that's fine. The
Colorful.
point I'm trying to make is that
wonderful.
you wouldn't tolerate it because you have a woman at home. Okay?
Oh, you mean if I was cheating on my girlfriend?
I just said you would have a
You
hall.
said if I have a woman at home, but I'm going out with a new girl, another insecure bitch,
I
getting
literally
noise
said
at
you
the
had a
car,
hall pass.
He wants attention.
I literally said you have a hall pass in the.
What's that?
I literally said you have a hall pass in the experiment in the.
Oh, this is an experiment. So I've got a girlfriend at home, and I'm out cheating with someone else. She's being a bitch. And do I stay on the date? Is that what
Stay
you're asking me?
focused.
Yeah.
Stay disciplined.
No, because it
Get
wasn't
stronger
cheating.
every
She's my
day.
girlfriend, but if she's just a hookup, yes, I'd be with someone else.
So you would tolerate far less.
No, I wouldn't. If she was fucking being a bitch, I would leave the date. It's
All right, who's next in the line?
Okay, fine. Hey,
Who's next?
you're really sweet. I appreciate it.
What the? Bro. Who's next?
Stay focused. Stay disciplined. Get strong every day.